Okay, a couple of things that you are going to want to know about the controller for the quad. There's a switch right here, SA. This controls the flight mode of the quadcopter. If it's all the way down, it's in GPS mode. If it's in the middle, it's in attitude mode. And if it's in the very top, that's fail-safe. So the quad will actually come back to the original position if you flip it into fail-safe. Now you're going to want to read some more about that because if you're flying in an area where there's trees, it's possible that in fail-safe, in trying to get back to its original position, it would hit a tree or something. So read up on that. But you're going to want to fly in GPS mode. That means that the quadcopter will hold its attitude, so it'll stay level, but it'll also hold its position. If you don't touch anything on the controller, it will hold its position. And that's the easiest and safest way to fly. There's a switch back here, SF, and that toggles the view in the goggles. So when you put the goggles on, you will see either through the fixed camera on the quadcopter or through the GoPro. And this can switch so you can look at either one. Technically you're going to want to use the fixed camera because then you can see how the quad is moving from side to side, but if you want to make sure you've got a good shot with the GoPro, you would want to flip over to the GoPro. The goggles will also tell you about battery usage, which is really important. You'll have voltage on the on-screen display with the goggles and also the milliamp hours that the batteries are using. That's how you know when the battery has been used up. So the battery, I think that's in there right now, is a 3300 milliamp hour battery. You don't want to use more than 80% of that. And again, you'll look in the goggles and you'll see how much you're being used. When I send the batteries to you, they're going to be basically discharged, so you'll need to charge them before you use the quad. Okay, so I'm going to start it up. First, you want to turn on the controller. The throttle has to be all the way in the down position, otherwise you'll hear an alarm. Then I plug in the battery on the quad, which is just connecting these two wires, and then you'll hear that sound. The green light that's flashing over here is an indication of how many satellites the quad is connected to right now. You only get that if you're in GPS mode. So I'm going to flip to attitude mode, and then you'll notice that there's no green lights, now you got yellow lights. And if I were to switch it then into fail-safe, you'll see that it'll start to blink yellow. So you're going to want to read some more on that. But the LED lights there do give you some information about what the flight control mode is in. So when you want to start up, you're going to put both of the sticks in the bottom corner, and the quad will start. Now I think if you don't touch anything for a few seconds, it's going to then shut off. Obviously I'm not going to fly it in here, but once you start it up, you want to slowly lift this throttle up. The stick over here, when you go up and down, will make the quad go up and down. Side to side will make it turn direction. And then over here, this will make it go forward, and then down makes it go backward, and side to side will make it move side to side. What I recommend is you go out in an open field, make sure it's in GPS mode, start it up, bring it up to about 10 feet off the ground, let it settle. The green lights will tell you when it's got lots of satellite signals. Let it hold its position, and then very slowly play with the sticks so that you can start to get a feel for how it's controlled. The other thing on the controller is the trim switches back here. They will control the GoPro. So put it on the GoPro there, and you can see that I can turn the GoPro from side to side and then from up and down using these trim switches on the side of the controller. So I'm going to send this to you without props. I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to take off the video transmitter. The props are not all the same. Some of them have an L written on them because some turn clockwise and some turn counterclockwise. So you're going to want to read the manual and make sure you put them on right. Otherwise it won't fly. And then you'll want to plug this in so that you get video signal to the goggles. I think that's everything that you need to know for now to get it started. But feel free to email me if you have any questions about how this thing works. Hope you have a lot of fun with it.